Hello, my name is Dr. Lon Sodgrass. You might know me from other hit TV shows like Fall Fertilization and the benefits of turfgrass. But today, I'm here to talk about an important but often overlooked water-saving topic concerning turfgrass. The topic is deep and infrequent watering. And to help me explain this concept, we're going to take a very long, physically demanding journey to visit our favorite mad scientist. His name is Dr. Emerald Fingers at the Turf Company Labs in Meridian, Idaho, USA. Man, that trip, no matter how many times I make it, it just doesn't get any easier.
Well, hello, Sodgrass. What brings you all the way out here? You're a traveling maniac.
Your lab is just so far, but I had to come and talk to you about deep and infrequent watering.
Deep and infrequent watering? One of my favorite subjects. Out of all the techniques, that's the most important. When deep and infrequent watering, one must know the basics. First, keep the root zone moist. The root zone may come from surface soil down to 6 inches, and in some cases, depending on the species, up to 3 feet. Now, it takes about 1 to 2 inches of water per week to keep the root zones moist. Now, if we start to see puddling or runoff, then we stop and wait. This is called the water and wait method. Now remember, conditions may vary depending on where you live. So the science behind the deep and infrequent watering is to apply 1 week's worth of water at a time, as opposed to watering every day. When practicing deep and infrequent watering, we must water early in the morning. Now there are 3 main reasons. Reason number 1 is that there's usually little or no wind and evaporation is minimal. Reason number 2 is that the early morning the municipal water pressure is at its peak. And reason number 3 is that you want to leave time for the lawn to absorb the water, because if you leave a lawn too wet at night, the lawn becomes host to disease.
Now, what variables do we need to take into account as we begin to water our lawns?
That's a great question. The variables that we should take into consideration to need to know how much water to give our lawn are soil, weather, and grass type. Now, here's a list of grasses ranked on which type needs the least amount of water to which type needs the most. Now, with your grass type in mind, you can determine how much water your watering system puts out by randomly placing cans or water measuring gauges on the lawn to see how much water they collect in 10 to 20-minute intervals. Deep and infrequent watering will ensure a healthy green lawn and a lower water bill by cutting your water usage on your lawn in half.
That's a great point, because everybody does like to save water and money. Now there's 3 ways to conserve water and money, and that is fertilize your lawn at least 3 times a year with emphasis on fall applications. Mow your lawn at the highest cutting height recommended for that grass species, and to practice deep and infrequent watering. Well, I think that just about wraps it up on deep and infrequent watering. Thank you, Dr. Emerald Fingers.
Well, thank you. I had fun.
I'm Dr. Lon Sodgrass. Until next time, remember, the green starts here.
The Turf Company, the leading producer of water-efficient turf grass.